Powersports audio is without question one of the most fun categories in our industry. Sometimes you get guys that like to mud, some guys you like guys in the desert. What is for sure is that they're looking for some amazing sound to help accent their adventures in the outdoors. Well, when it comes to this, Rockford Fosgate has some incredible solutions to share, and today we've got their product expert Eric Russell joining us to show off all the goods. This is CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM, all about Rockford Fosgate Powersports. And it starts now. What's going on, guys, and welcome to another CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu, and today we're talking Rockford Fosgate in the Powersports audio arena. I gotta say, these guys have always come to bat with some innovative product that is purpose-built for the situation. We're talking about vehicles that get down and dirty and all kinds of unimaginable environments. Well, not only do they have the solutions, I think on today's show, we're going to knock your socks off with some new, innovative, over-the-top stuff that you didn't even know existed. Well, you will now. Eric, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, we're going to be talking about a lot of cool things. First, this loud one behind me for Polaris Ranger. We also have a Stage 1 for Ranger and Defender. We also have some cameras that you might not know that we had. They're pretty cool looking. We'll take a look.
I don't even know how to react to that monstrosity behind you. But what I do know is first we're going to go to a quick commercial break from our sponsor, SiriusXM. And when we come back, let's deep dive into these new goodies from Rockford Fosgate and Powersports. Don't you dare go away.
Hi, Paul Truman here with SiriusXM. We reached out to some of our partners in the industry, and here's what they had to say.
I can't say more or enough about just what it means to have our unit working with SiriusXM. It's like we're there now.
The SiriusXM service is something consumers want, right? So it's Paul.
That allows a consumer to listen to either podcasts, entertainment, sports, all at their fingertips. It's all about engagement, and that's what SiriusXM provides.
SiriusXM is a huge component in a vehicle nowadays. Consumers expect that technology to be available both in our OEM system as well as the aftermarket upgrades that they're applying to their vehicle.
Alpine and SiriusXM, through our electronics, are able to offer the consumer on the aftermarket side SiriusXM 360L, which is an expanded platform for SiriusXM. And it's really been a beneficial relationship for us with SiriusXM.
As a dealer, just remember, we don't compete with anybody else. We are absolutely one of the best profitability accessories you can add to any head unit that is SiriusXM ready.
All right, welcome back, guys, to CMA Connected. We've got Rockford Fosgate in the studio with us. Eric, we kind of left it on a cliffhanger, this giant piece of, I don't know what that is. You're saying it's an audio roof system. Let's dive in. Please explain to us what that soundboard-looking device or wall of sound is behind you.
That's right, Ben. This, we feel, is the loudest audio roof on the market for select 2018 and newer Polaris Ranger XP1000s and 1000s. We feel it's the loudest audio roof, available in 2-door and 4-door versions and an optional rear cap. The 2-door version features 6 8-inch high-output speakers and 2 10-inch all-weather subwoofers. The 4-door version adds 4 additional 8-inch speakers for the rear passengers. And of course, that rear caption up at the top allows 4 more horn-loaded 8-inch speakers to fire toward the rear. Man, this thing gets loud. It gets nasty.
Eric, I can't even begin to kind of comprehend like the level of which the output this thing could possibly put out. I mean, this is all raining sound on you from above. So I guess I understand the position of it, because obviously some of these ATV and UTV guys like to go mudding and stuff like that. But I mean, what inspired Rockford to go to this level to create such a crazy, overbuilt, overpowering kind of system? Is this what the market is looking for?
Well, yeah, you really hit it on the head, Ben. We are famous for our stage kits for the Ranger, and we wanted to go one step further. We get a lot of requests in the down south from where you want to mud, you want to get deep in that water. You don't want to worry about the electronics. So we came up with the audio roof. This is the same type of performance output that you would expect from a stage 5 or a stage 6 traditional system. But with the Ranger roof, it allows you to keep all the electronics overhead so you can go deep in the water, deep in the mud, and even get stuck and not have to worry about damaging the electronics.
All right, so not only are there 8-inch drivers, which will provide plenty of mid bass, right, for any situation, but now you're adding their two subwoofers as well. And I noticed there are two ports in that enclosure. So what is the design there, and what kind of output can we expect from a bass performance?
Well, you would be surprised. Two 10-inch subwoofers, but overhead, this thing gets down. Now, it is in a ported enclosure. These are low airflow ports. So it's like the trumpet of an instrument. It rounds off the edge, so there's no turbulence on the air going in and out of the port. So you hear all the bass and none of the noise.
So, just in case you didn't think that two overhead subwoofers was not over the top enough, I heard a little rumor that you can even take it even further if you happen to have a customer that is an absolute bass head and loves even more bass. That Rockford's even thought about that. So, apparently, there's an expandable third subwoofer. Can you tell us more about this, Eric?
That's right, Ben. A third subwoofer option allows you to put a 10-inch subwoofer right underneath the passenger front seat. It's a 10-inch M1 or an M2 that'll match perfectly with the amplifier already built into the system. The system features an expansion port for the subwoofer, so all you have to do is reconfigure the impedance load for the subwoofer, and you're ready to hook it up and ready to rock.
You know, on that topic of power, Eric, I can only imagine that it's going to take quite a bit of juice to really drive all these speakers that are going to be in this system. So, what are we talking about exactly when it comes to the power source?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's two amplifiers, one for the main roof system and then one for the add-on cap. The main roof system features an M5 1500X5 element ready IPX6 amplifier. The add-on cap adds an M5 800X4 element ready amplifier. So there's plenty of power to drive all these speakers.
Finally, Eric, I have to talk about that rear cap extension. I believe that's an option that you want to add on. And I do notice that those speakers don't exactly look the same as the ones in the upper roof. Can you explain what's going on there?
Yep, good eyes. The rear speakers on the cap are horn loaded, so it allows the audio to be projected further away. This is great for campfires where everybody can gather around and enjoy the audio.
All right, we move next to another important and I think a gateway into more advanced systems when it comes to power sports because Rockford Fosgate offers their packages in different stages. So right now, I'd like to draw your attention to the Stage One Can-Am Defender kit. Eric, what can you tell us about this kit?
Well, the Defender kit is an all-in-one audio solution. It features a multimedia source unit with dual 5.25-inch high output speakers. It has a built-in 50-watt amplifier, so you can hear all the music and none of the noise. Yeah, as you can see here, we've got factory mounting locations for the tabs, so there's no holes to drill in any of the system. You simply align it up with the factory mounting points and install it using the included hardware. It also includes all the hardware with screws and brackets. Some Defender models don't include the bracketry needed to support the system. The kit includes a bracket system for those models that don't have it and a specialty magnetic wire routing tool so that you can run the power harness up the A-pillar. It's really cool stuff. It also features an OEM fit and finish. You can see the texture on screen. It's matched to the interior of the Can-Am Defender, so it looks factory. Also, you're going to get that legendary Rockford Fosgate sound. With the premium source unit with Bluetooth built in and the high output speakers, it's a perfect blend of dynamic performance combined with a simple installation package. Yeah, and one more thing, it's element ready. So that means it's protected from water, dirt, and UV rays, along with all of our power sports applications products. And we also include a specialty magnet wire routing tool. This allows you to run the power harness up through the A-pillar. It's really tight in there, and we include this tool in the kit to make it easy. And speaking of easy, we allow you to connect the left and right speaker enclosures without having to mix them up. The Deutsch connectors are specially shaped so they can only connect to one side.
All right, that was a great explanation on the Stage 1 Rockford Fosgate kit for Can-Am Defender. We move now to another popular model, the platform this time, the Polaris Ranger, of course. And from what I understand, there is also a Stage 1 kit available for this platform as well.
That's right, the Stage 1 kit for Polaris Ranger for 2018 and newer XP 1000 and 1000 models. It's an all-in-one solution featuring a 2.3 multimedia source unit, dual 5.25-inch high output speakers, all encased in an element ready housing, so it's protected from water and UV rays. Factory mounting locations is the specialty on this stage one. The system attaches using those two mounting points on the back, so there's no holes to drill. You simply remove the two factory push pins, plug it in, attach the entertainment unit, and plug the harness into the pulse power plug. It's literally a 10-minute install. You'll be rocking and rolling before you know it.
All right, last but not least, we do have some camera options. Not something you would typically expect from Rockford, but hey, they think about that too. And Eric, I'm sure you're going to show us the functionality behind some of these camera kits available from Rockford.
Yeah, that's right. We have a high res backup camera, or for rock crawling. It's perfect for Ranger roof systems or anything that has a PMX3 source unit. You can also use the camera standalone on a lot of Polaris Ranger models as well. So as you can see, it comes in two pieces. There's the MX Cam, which is your high resolution backup camera, or you can use it for rock crawling. Now, for ride command systems on Polaris Razors, this is an OEM replacement, so it's an easy attachment. Also available are three different harness kits. Now, this is the wiring harness, the switches, and the connectors, all integral with the system. One is for Polaris Razor, Polaris Ranger, and for Can-Am. This includes all the harnessing and the switches and brackets all in one kit.
So, as you can see, Rockford Fosgate is not slowing down when it comes to the power sports category. Eric, what final message do you have for dealers or enthusiasts that are looking to get into upgrading their sound on their power sports vehicle?
As always, if you're looking for a high performance system, look to Rockford Fosgate. We have compatibility charts to make sure your vehicle fits any of the options that we talked about today. You can find those available at rockfordfosgate.com.
That was Rockford Fosgate's Eric Russell joining us once again. We're always happy to have him here. And as Eric mentioned, if you want to find out more details about any of the products that we covered on today's show, make sure you head over to the official website at rockfordfosgate.com. And if you happen to be a Canadian dealer tuning in, you want some more info from the Canadian distribution side, make sure you hit up Auto Mobility, as they are the official exclusive Canadian distributor for all things Rockford Fosgate. Now, my takeaway, I gotta say, the stage one kits are easy to install, great solutions for somebody to get in and go and have an upgraded sound system. But man, the takeaway today has got to be that ridiculous roof system that Rockford has come up with. I mean, to think that you can have an all-in-one rotomolded plug and play kit that puts that many drivers that close to your head, including two subwoofers, correction, up to three subwoofers and four horns behind you. It is absolutely over the top, and that makes this 12-volt nerd super happy. That's it for this CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.